Good news. So I rung the nursing home where mother is this morning and I'm allowed back in. So I was actually supposed to go half an hour ago, but we've had a call out from the county council, so I've had to write out job sheets and do plans and send emails and stuff. So I'm half an hour late, but yeah, I get to see mother again. Eureka. Pleasant couple of hours, and it was nice to see her cheerful and, well, cheerful. So she's got the internet back in her room, so she's got Farmer P back again, which is, just keeps her in touch with home. So some of you may wonder why I put up some of the things on my channel, why I say some of the stuff, why I show some of the things, and you go, why would you say that? A lot of what I put up is for mum, because she's basically stuck in a room, can't get out. Her TV and this channel is kind of the only link she has out of that room to the family. So yeah, so some of the things that you might go, why would you do that? That's kind of why I just like to fill in enough of the gaps for her so she keeps up with what's going on with the family, and, you know, eldest son still being an idiot, etc, etc. So there you go. Anyway, so she's got Farmer Pete back again. She's in there quite happy. The only problem is, if I go in and put it on for her, she basically ignores me, and, well, she watches me and ignores me. She'd rather watch me on the telly than sat on her hand. But there you go. C'est la vie. Morning world, welcome to Wednesday the 17th of February. It's going to be one of those days today, and I'll tell you why. According to Dr. Pullin, as in my wife, it appears I might have a touch of something called labyrinthitis. Never had it before that I'm aware of. It's a bit like being drunk. And obviously it means I'm going to have to be a little bit careful today. Right now I'm okay, but yeah, when I woke up this morning and sat up in bed, well, I basically laid back down again because I thought I was going to fall off the bed. Get off my land! Have you got a license for that thing?
Well,
I don't want it near my sheep without a muzzle on, mind.
Look at her arse.
Look at whose arse?
Fell over.
Did you not have one of the reins? Oh, was it someone else didn't have one of the reins? No, it's Grandad. Look, don't call me E. Yeah. Right. Well, I've got a job to do, so. Well, I'm gonna go on. I got to do the mucking out this morning and give them a clean bed. I'm gonna go on and start putting pen together and everything else for the sheep. So I've got to move the pallacks and what have you. Got all the hurdles are back over here. Of course, we're gonna have to keep.
You went and got them, did you?
I got those, yeah, but we'll have to take two back over, because if we're gonna re-jab those lambs again,
yeah,
we need a couple of hurdles just to hold them in there, don't we?
Alright then, I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, it's a case of having to. I can't. No, got to carry on, haven't you? So.
Yeah, drink lots of fluids.
Yeah, all right. You,
Get your
my
beauty
mother.
sleep.
Eh?
Get your beauty sleep. Oh, no, that's too late for that.
I think that ship has sailed. Right, that's them cleaned out in a dry bed. They know what's coming next, so whenever I'm cleaning them out, I don't put the course ration in until I'm done, because it just encourages them to come back in again. It's still right up to the rim, but it's not leaking now. Come on up. Oh, actually, I'll open that there. Come on. Come on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want 2 more. 7, 8. Good time to look at their backsides. That's a cracking steer, that is. Nice heifer. Nice heifer. Heifer. Steer. I got asked the other day if I'd sell some of my heifer calves. The answer is probably I will. But these are too young to go to the bull yet. So it's a case of whether I sell them in calf next year or maidens this year. Right. That side's next. Okay, so it is getting a bit mucky in here now, but it is solid. It's not sloppy. There is some manure on the top, obviously, because it's not kicked in yet. This does need refreshing, but like I said before, if this was a straw bed, this would just be mush. But because of the wood chip, it is literally firm. They could, if push came to shove, they could lie on this for probably another couple of days. This hasn't been cleaned out now for a week. So this is what a week's worth of use is like without fresh chip. Bearing in mind they spend a lot of the time lying outside anyway, so not everybody sleeps in here. 1 or 2 of them are starting to get a bit of muck on their flanks, which we don't like, but you can see where they've been lying. We're just not picking it up. Anyway, we're going to refresh it. Give them a clean bed. It appears that our Tesco's delivery got a bit carried away today. We had, I don't know, she said 6 or 8 packets of this delivered today. Not on our shopping list, but it was in our basket. Shame for it to go to waste. Enjoy. Not sure about it, are you? It's a bit green. It may be a bit peppery. That's better. Anyone else? I'll leave them to it. Coffee time. Right, well, we've got a bit of weather, so I've got a choice. I could stay in the house and build a book of shelves, but it's not raining that hard, or I can go and buy a couple of apple trees, provided they got the ones I want. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to go shopping and buy ourselves a couple of eating apple trees. That's what I call a picture of contentment, although they obviously weren't that keen on the greens. They'll have them later. Right, come on, biscuit. So I've just had a conversation with my dad in which I said to him, Dad, do you remember the varieties of the eating apples that we had down in the old orchard at Cannon Court when we lived next door in a big house. And fair play, he remembered. So, as a memory of my childhood and scrumping those rather delicious little apples, well, what we're searching for today is if I can find an Allington Pippin, Beauty of Bath, and if I can find one, a Worcester Pearmain. So the Worcester Pearmain I'm not quite so fussed about, but I think it's the Allington Pippin. I want something, if not that, as close to that as I can get. So that is the mission. So while having this conversation with Dad, he goes, oh, he said, Tesco's, he said, they've got dozens, hundreds of them down there. You could go down to Tesco's and get them. And I said, well, yeah, I could go and spend money at a huge supermarket chain, or I could go and maybe spend a couple of quid more and buy them from local independent garden centre. So that's where we're going first. We are going to a garden centre not far from us called Eastwood Park Garden Centre, because I know they do fruit trees, and we're going to look in there first. If we don't get any success, I've got a second option. If I don't get any success there, maybe I'll think about going to the superstore. But that is kind of, that's not where I want to get them from. I want to support someone local if I can. It's just what I do. Actually, we're going through Charfield, and I got a main beam gone on this thing, so maybe we'll pop into MJ Fuse and pick up a light bulb while we're on our way. Right, so we are broken down. I'm in my Defender, my 2.4 Puma engine, transit engine Defender. We were on our way to buy some fruit trees. Don't think that's going to happen now because I've literally got and the daft thing is I've just been in the Land Rover dealer to buy a light bulb, and I was talking to the boss man there. I had quite a long chat with him because I get on really well with the guy. I was telling him how well my Defender went. You know, this thing goes like a scalded cat. And I'm about a mile away from there and broken down. So it was a sudden loud rattle, which I didn't like the sound of, so I've just turned the engine off and I've coasted as far as I can. Literally the roundabout is 100 yards behind me, so I'm not in a brilliant place. And now it's seized solid. Well, I don't know if the engine's seized solid or if something's come off or quite what's going on, but yeah, and now I'm steaming up. Told you it wasn't my day. The joys. And it's dinner time. Right then, this could be fun. A long time since I've been towed. here we are. Only left here about 25 minutes ago after coming to pick up a light bulb, and now we're back again. Fingers crossed it's nothing too serious. I'll just avoid that puddle if I just go to the left a little bit, just in case someone wants to get underneath it. We don't get wet, do we? Right, so my afternoon of planting trees has been thwarted, obviously. I'd say thank you very, very much indeed to Adrian and the guys at MJ Fuse who came and rescued me, towed me back. An interesting rescue, as you gathered. I've now dropped the truck off at the garage, not our usual garage, but it is a Land Rover garage, and they have got a Land Rover specialist or two in there. So hopefully within the next hour or two, I'll get a phone call to tell me what's actually wrong with my vehicle. I'm touching wood that it's nothing too serious, but once the rattle stopped and I turned the engine off, it refused to turn again. So now whether that's something external like a pulley or something that's come apart, I'm kind of hoping that that's what it is, or something internal. If it's internal, well, it could be anything. It could be anything. But up until this moment, it's been going really well, and it's just ironic that literally 5 minutes before it broke down, I've been talking to Adrian at MJ Fuse, which is our local Land Rover service, repair, whatever place. That's what they specialise in, and Isuzus. And I literally just told him how well it went. You know, how good it was. So it's like somebody up there heard me and thought, I can have you. Right, okay. A certain part of me is going like that at the moment. That's my wallet, because it's just wondering what it's going to cost. But okay, so this afternoon, I'm going to have to find something else to do. So maybe I'll build a bookshelf. Yeah, maybe I'll build a bookshelf. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will.